What if I told you the father of modern chemistry wasn't a European scientist from the 18th century, but a brilliant mind from the Islamic Golden Age over 1,000 years earlier? Let us talk about the man who laid the very foundations of the lab you see in every school and research facility today. His name was Jabir ibn Hayyan, and his story is going to blow your mind. Born around the year 721 in modern-day Iran, Jabir, known in the West as Geber, was more than just an alchemist. He was a true revolutionary in an era shrouded in mysticism. He championed a radical, new idea, experimentation. He famously said, "The first essential in chemistry is that you should perform practical work and conduct experiments. For he who performs not practical work nor makes experiments will never attain to the least degree of mastery." This wasn't just talk. He designed and built his own lab equipment, inventing tools we still recognize, like the alembic still for distillation, retorts, and various beakers and crucibles. Think about that for a second. Every time you see a chemist distilling a liquid, you're witnessing a technique perfected by Jabir over 1,200 years ago. He was the first to chemically prepare substances like nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, and even a mixture called aqua regia, a powerful concoction that could dissolve gold. This wasn't magic, it was science. He meticulously documented his processes, developing methods for crystallization, filtration, and sublimation, the basic building blocks of modern chemical engineering. He even worked on improving processes for glassmaking, dyeing fabrics, and preventing rust. His work was practical, tangible, and changed the world. But Jabir wasn't just a hands-on inventor. He was an incredibly prolific writer. It's said that he authored hundreds, if not thousands, of books and treatises covering a vast range of subjects. His most famous collection is the Corpus Jabirianum, which includes works like the Book of the 70 and the Book of Balances. These weren't just recipe books for alchemical potions. He introduced a new system for classifying substances based on their properties, a precursor to the modern periodic table. He proposed that metals were formed from sulfur and mercury in different proportions, an early theory of elements that stimulated chemical thought for centuries. His influence was immense. When his books were translated into Latin during the Middle Ages, they set Europe ablaze. Scholars were stunned by his systematic approach and his emphasis on empirical evidence. He became a legendary figure, the ultimate authority on alchemy and chemistry for generations of European scientists. His work directly inspired the alchemists of the Renaissance, who, in turn, paved the way for figures like Robert Boyle and Antoine Lavoisier, the scientists we often credit with founding modern chemistry. But the truth is, they were standing on the shoulders of a giant, Jabir ibn Hayyan. So, who was the man behind the legend? Details about his personal life are sometimes debated by historians, but we know he was a polymath. He was a physician, a pharmacist, an astronomer, and a philosopher. He was deeply spiritual, viewing his scientific exploration as a way to understand the divine order of the universe. He spent much of his life in Kufa, in what is now Iraq, under the patronage of the powerful Barmakid family. But when his patrons fell from grace, Jabir reportedly lived out his final years under house arrest, a quiet end for a man whose ideas would echo loudly through history. The next time you hear about the wonders of modern science, from medicine to materials, remember the man who started it all in a humble 8th century laboratory. Jabir ibn Hayyan wasn't trying to turn lead into gold for riches. He was trying to unlock the fundamental secrets of matter itself. He gave us the scientific method, the tools of the trade, and the inspiration to question, experiment, and discover. He truly is the father of chemistry. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories about the hidden figures who shaped our world. See you next time.